In 2026, the average side hustle makes $500 a month. 7 specific ones make 10 times that, most with zero startup capital, and at least 3 of them you can start tonight. The problem isn't access, it's that every time someone tries to start one, they get hit with the same 3 walls. No money to invest, no idea which hustle actually works right now, and no clue how to scale it into real income. I broke down every side hustle model that's actually printing money for regular people this year, ranked each one on how hard it is to learn, how much cash you need up front, and how realistic it is to actually hit $5,000 a month. Not some fantasy number, $5,000. The number that replaces a normal job and changes how your life feels day to day. Here are the 7. Framing device. I want you to keep one question in your head for this entire video. Which one of these matches where you are right now? Not your dream skill, not your future self tonight. Your current schedule, your current equipment, and the skills you already have. By Hustle 7, you'll know. Side Hustle 1, eBay reselling. The first one is eBay reselling, and most people sleep on this because they think eBay is dead. It is not. In 2025, eBay pulled in $2.7 billion in a single quarter, up 6% year over year. The reason it's growing is that while Amazon went after speed and convenience, eBay quietly cornered the niches. Here's how this works. You find products that are underpriced or in high demand, buy them at one price, and resell at a higher one. The categories consistently printing money on eBay right now: collectibles, vintage items, refurbished tech, trading cards, retro gaming gear, sneakers, and hard-to-find products. Buyers in these niches choose eBay over Amazon every single time because Amazon doesn't even carry most of this stuff. The strategy that works best for beginners is called account warming. Before you spend $1 on inventory, sell unused items from around your house. This builds positive feedback, generates your starting fund, and teaches you how the platform actually works with zero risk. Once you have a few sales and some cash to reinvest, you pick a single niche and go deep on it. Trying to sell everything to everyone is how people fail. Dominating one specific category is how people scale. How long does it take to learn? 1 out of 5. Pick a niche, study how the platform works, and you're ready in a month. How much money do you need? 1 out of 5. You're probably sitting on a gold mine right now. Sell unused stuff from your house first to warm up your account, build feedback, and generate your starting fund. Then reinvest. How easy is it to make $5,000 a month? 2 out of 5. Genuinely realistic within a few months if you stay consistent. You're looking at moving 30 to 50 items a week at solid margins. Doable once you find your niche. If you're already thinking, I have stuff around my house I could sell tonight, this might be your one. Keep that in mind. Side Hustle 2, brand deal flipping. The second one is brand deal flipping. One of the most overlooked plays in the creator economy. You act as the middleman between brands and influencers, take a cut for connecting them, and never have to be on camera yourself. Here's how the deal flow works. Brands want to advertise on social media, but most have no idea how to find the right creators, negotiate fair rates, or run a campaign that actually performs. Creators want sponsorships, but most hate the business side. Pitching brands, handling contracts, chasing payments. You sit in the middle. You bring brands deals. You bring creators sponsorships, and you take a cut. Usually 20 to 30% of the deal value. The reason this works so well right now, in 2025, the New York Times reported that for the first time ever, Americans watch more streaming content than cable and broadcast TV combined. The #1 platform wasn't Netflix or Disney, it was YouTube, with 12.5% of total TV viewership. Brands are throwing more money than ever at creators, and most have no idea how to find the right ones. Think of it this way: Airbnb doesn't own a single property. Uber doesn't own a single car. They dominate because convenience is everything. You become the person who makes the connection happen. How long does it take to learn? 2 out of 5. If you already understand YouTube and creator culture, you're halfway there. The other half is learning how brands operate. How much money do you need? 1 out of 5. A laptop and time to send DMs. How easy is it to make $5,000 a month? 2 out of 5. The hardest part is landing your first brand. Once you do, the math works fast. One brand running 2 or 3 creator deals a month at a 30% margin can put you at $5,000 without breaking a sweat. Side hustle 3. Video editing. The third one is video editing. One of the most in-demand skills on the planet right now. Video makes up 82% of all global internet traffic. Every business, every creator, every brand needs constant video content or they go invisible online. And there are not enough skilled editors to meet the demand. Here's what the actual work looks like. You take raw footage from a creator or business and turn it into something people actually want to watch. Cutting out the boring parts, adding music and sound effects, syncing pacing to hold retention, adding text and graphics where they make the video easier to follow. The best editors aren't the ones with the fanciest effects. They're the ones who understand storytelling, pacing, and how to keep a viewer watching all the way through. The big question, is AI going to replace video editors? No, and here's why. AI can cut clips and sync audio, but it cannot feel emotion. It cannot build tension or recognize the exact moment that makes a viewer get chills. AI can only imitate what already exists. Real editors create, they make decisions that AI fundamentally cannot. Where you start as a beginner is short-form content. TikToks, Reels, and YouTube Shorts for smaller creators and local businesses. The pay is lower, but the volume is high and turnaround is fast, which means you build a portfolio quickly. Once you have a few months of work and some testimonials, you move into long-form YouTube editing, where rates jump significantly. How long does it take to learn? Takes a few months to get good. Skip the fancy effects and master the basics first. Cuts, pacing, music, and storytelling are what clients actually pay for. How much money do you need? A half-decent laptop and free software like DaVinci Resolve or CapCut. Start with what you have. How easy is it to make $5,000 a month? 2 out of 5. Very doable. 2 solid long-form clients on retainer or 4 to 5 short-form clients gets you there. Side hustle 4. Branded dropshipping. The fourth one is branded dropshipping, the smarter, more sustainable evolution of old-school dropshipping. Here's the difference. The old model was selling a random $10 AliExpress product for $30, getting hammered by ad costs, refunds, and shipping delays, barely scraping any margin. Customers knew they were buying random junk. Conversion rates were brutal. The whole model was fragile. Branded dropshipping flips the formula. You take the same product, but you build a real brand around it. A clean website, professional photos, a clear story, packaging that feels premium, marketing that positions the item as something worth paying for. Now that same product is selling for $80 because customers believe in the brand, not just the item. Margins grow, refund rates drop, customers come back. Suddenly you have a real business instead of a fragile arbitrage play. The product categories that work best in 2026: problem-solving products that address a specific pain point, niche lifestyle items aimed at a specific community, and aesthetic home or beauty products that look great on social media. Find a product with existing demand, then build a brand around it that feels 10 times times more premium than your competitors. How long does it take to learn? Not difficult, but it takes a few months to build properly. Month 1 is testing and setup. Month 2 is finding what works. Month 3 is scaling. Month 6 is stable income. Start today qualifier. You can't cash a check from this tonight, but you can make the decision that changes your finances 6 months from now tonight. Pick your product category before this video ends. That's step 1. How much money do you need? You don't pay for inventory until a customer pays you first. The only real risk is the short delay while payments clear. How easy is it to make $5,000 a month? 2 out of 5. $5,000 a month is $167 a day in profit. If you make $25 per sale, that's just 7 sales a day. One product that takes off and you're there. Before we get into the last 3, and Hustle 6 is the fastest one on this entire list to actually get paid from, if this breakdown is already clicking for you, hit subscribe. I drop strategies like this every week that most finance channels won't touch because there's nothing to sell you. Take 2 seconds now. Alright, 3 more. Side Hustle 5. Brand Identity Design. The 5th one is Brand Identity Design, one of the most profitable corners of the graphic design world right now. The brand identity market was valued at over $9.5 billion in 2024 and is projected to hit $40 billion by 2032. Here's why this niche pays so much more than regular design work. Thousands of designers on Fiverr are charging $50 for a quick logo. Almost nobody is offering the full premium package, which is what serious businesses actually want. A real brand identity package includes the logo, secondary marks, a full color system, font pairings, image direction, social media templates, and a brand guidelines document. It's the difference between selling someone a single image and selling them an entire visual system they can use for years. Even governments throw real money at this. The UK government recently spent $650,000 redesigning a single logo. If that doesn't show you how much money is in this space, nothing will. The best way to break in: start by redesigning existing brands as practice projects. Pick 5 small businesses you'd love to work with, design what you think their brand identity should look like, and send it over with a short note. Most won't respond, 1 or 2 will. That's your first paying client. Every project after that becomes a portfolio piece, and your rates climb with every win. How long does it take to learn? 4 out of 5. It takes time to master, but every project teaches you something new, and the skill compounds fast. Side Hustle 6. Short Form Content Strategy. The 6th one is Short Form Content Strategy, the fastest growing service in 2026 because every business on earth needs help with this, and almost none of them know how to do it. Here's what the job actually is. Businesses know they need to be on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, but most have no idea how to create content that actually gets views. You become the person who fixes that. You analyze what's working in their niche, script videos that follow proven viral structures, advise on hooks and pacing, and in some cases handle the entire content output yourself. The reason this is exploding: attention is the new currency. The average TikTok user opens the app 20 times a day and spends 90 minutes scrolling. Every business wants a piece of that attention, and almost none of them know how to actually get it. You become the person who does. The clients you target are local businesses and small online brands. Your local gym, a coffee shop, a real estate agent, a personal trainer, a dentist, a small e-commerce store, a coach selling courses. Every one of these is sitting on a gold mine of potential views with no idea how to unlock it. You walk in with a clear strategy, a content plan, and a few example videos, and you become indispensable fast. The pricing model that works best, a flat monthly retainer plus a view bonus where you get paid extra if videos cross a certain view threshold. This aligns your incentives with the client's results and lets your income scale when a video actually pops off. How long does it take to learn? You can learn the basics in a few days. The real skill is understanding why something works, not just how it looks. How much money do you need? Just your phone. You're probably watching this on it right now. How easy is it to make $5,000 a month? 3 to 4 clients on monthly retainers of around $1,500 each, and you're there. Add in a view bonus on a viral hit and you blow past it. Side hustle 7, investing. The 7th one is investing, and this is the one side hustle that should never not be running in the background of your life. If your money isn't working for you, you will always be working for it. Investing is the most powerful wealth building tool on this list because it's the only one that pays you while you sleep. Compound returns over a long enough timeline turn small, consistent deposits into life-changing money. And unlike every other hustle on this list, this one doesn't require any extra hours from you once it's set up. The 2 questions people always ask are the same. First, when is the best time to start? The answer hasn't changed. The best time was years ago. The second best time is right now. Second, how do you actually start? In 2026, it's easier than it's ever been. Brokerage apps let you start with as little as $1 through fractional shares. Index funds give you instant diversification without having to pick individual stocks. You can have your first portfolio set up in 15 minutes from your phone. The simplest strategy that works for almost everyone. Pick a broad market index fund, set up an automatic weekly or monthly deposit, and let it run for years without touching it. Boring. But boring is what actually wins long term. The flashy stock picks you see on social media are mostly a way to lose money fast. Steady, automatic, long-term investing into the broader market is how regular people actually build wealth. How long does it take to learn? Index funds are simple to start with, but picking individual stocks well requires real study of technical and fundamental analysis. How much money do you need? Most apps let you start with $1 through fractional shares. How easy is it to make $5,000 a month? It takes years to build the capital base, but $5,000 a month from returns is a far more realistic long-term target than the $10,000 figure most people throw around. Hit it and you have completely passive income for life. The real point. Here's the part nobody making these videos wants to admit. The side hustle is not the secret. The secret is just picking one and sticking with it longer than 3 months, which is when most people quit. All 7 of these can absolutely make you real money in 2026. None of them will make you rich in your first 30 days. The people who actually win are the ones who pick one, ignore the others, and grind on it long enough for the math to start working. Pick the one that matches your personality, your schedule, and the skills you already have. And start this week, not next month, not after another course, this week. Your one action after this video, drop your hustle in the comments right now. Just the number, 1 through 7. Which one matched where you actually are tonight? That comment is your commitment. The follow through comes after. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for future videos.